15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour.
Oh, they should stay. Look, I put you on the show. They laughed at you, so I'm sorry.
He turned the camera on. He lost his mind.
Yeah, just shot. Yo, all right. So we was playing fight night, right? He was at my crib, and this guy has an excellent shit talking voice, loud, lots of projection, sharp. Right, his words can cut, and he just happened to be winning this particular game of fight night. And he was talking so much shit.
Oh man!
And I got in my feel.
I hate this story.
I got my feelings. He like just talking shit. I was like, "Hey, bro, it's a video game. We can do this in real life if you want." I'm a poor sport, horrible sport. Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Mike Rashid.
Oh, Sean Torbati.
Party Torbati. And we have a special guest.
Very special.
Yeah, a long-term friend of mine. Good dude. He's a rapper. He's an entrepreneur. He had a big record deal under Ludacris, Disturbing the Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, Willy Northpole.
Thank you.
Willy.
Appreciate that, man. Listen,
What's up, Willy?
You said something that really stuck. The friend part. They got to know, man. They got to understand how when you say that. You said it last night. Friend is a big word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so they got to understand that.
Yeah. So Willy and I met a long time ago in Arizona. It was a time that we both was in the streets doing illegal things for money. Unfortunately, that's a path that a lot of people take when they feel like there's not enough outlets to get to the money in a positive way.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, we both ended up in the streets doing things, and we linked up, and we were legit friends. We had a lot of fun together. Clicked. I was there when you got your record deal. Mm-hmm. I remember I was flying you to your meetings.
Before we get into that,
okay,
I'm gonna tell you something.
I'll go for it.
You got to go deep.
Go deep. Go
Go
deep. Refresh me.
That's beautiful.
Refresh my memory.
That's all. That's the stuff that people listen, man. When I met Mike Rashid, that's what we need to talk about. When I first met him,
Go for it.
That's probably his memory. My first memory.
Because I don't remember when we first met.
I know exactly when I first laid eyes on him. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was locked up, 15 years old. Got out when I was 18, and I got this new job, and it was a call center job.
I've heard about the call center.
Let me finish.
Legendary.
I promise you. When I tell you this, so at this call center, you can actually wear cut off khakis, French braids, and house shoes.
He got French braids at home. He just put it on.
But this dude, let me tell you, the first time I ever seen him, he came into the break room.
Was this nationwide?
Huh?
What was it called?
Was it nationwide?
Yeah, that was my.
This when the Matrix came out. I remember.
That was my job. That was.
This is a long. But let me tell you something, Sean. This dude walked in with a 3-piece suit. I don't know if it was a 3-piece or a 2-piece.
Motherfucker now. Okay,
dog.
Here we go.
But dog, listen. He came in with a green. I don't know if it was.
Here we go again.
I see a green suit. I don't know why I see green in my head, but it was clean though. And he walked in the break room. He didn't have no food. He was just clean. Had the gold medallion on. I remember that. It was like
Keep
a
going.
circle chain.
Keep going. Carry on.
And he had a low Caesar cut. And he just walked in there and he didn't talk. He just walked in the break room and just did this.
A 3-piece suit though?
I didn't say 3-piece.
You did say you did.
Cummerbund. You just had a cummerbund.
It was green though.
But
it was clean though.
I've never owned
it was
a
clean though.
green suit in my life.
It was either dark brown or green.
And I would never wear a suit to Nation. All right, let me tell y'all what Nationwide Credit was.
Bro, I promise
let
you.
Me set
you
the
was
preface.
clean. You was clean.
Maybe that was my first day. I don't know. I can't imagine it though. Nationwide Credit.
Bro, you
shout out, they still there.
You stood out though.
Look, that was one of my many jobs in college, right? My first job in college was stupid. Makes no sense. I worked at Bank of America in the fraud department, but it's overnight shift. but I got school during the day. Like, why would I do that?
Right.
I just worked it and got fired in 3 days because I would fall asleep under my desk. But I will work places. Shout out to my boy Anthony, 50. We will get jobs. Me and him was at Glendale Community College at the time and worked for like a week, enough to get a check to buy sneakers and just quit. Just go to another job. You know what I'm saying? But Nationwide Credit, I was there for a minute because you can do check by phones. And you make good money. So it was like, I don't think anybody took that serious. It's a debt collection, right? Credit, whatever. People can pay their bills. So in order for me to not be bored, I would act like I gave a fuck.
Yeah.
So I'll be calling people. I'm like, sir, you need to be responsible and pay your bills. But I don't know. I said, get your checkbook. You can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. I said, I understand that, sir, but you're not a turnip. Be responsible. Get your checkbook. I'll wait. I'm waiting. Yo, I used to fuck with people so much. And then we just started making up check by phones like we're getting paid. And then I ended up getting fired.
What do you mean by making up check by phone?
Just writing it as if somebody just putting numbers in.
Oh, acting like you collected.
Yeah. Kind of like how Wells Fargo Bank were creating credit card accounts for people who didn't sign up for credit cards. But in this case, we wasn't putting real information. We just putting enough numbers to fill it out. The routing number. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So filling it out.
Were you
like
there when I got
I
fired?
remember that.
Were you there when I got fired?
I just remember seeing you in the break room in a green suit, bro.
All right, so check it out. When I got fired, it was kind of funny. I got an ego. So they were like, yeah, these people say they hadn't paid. So we got
you were erasing people's debts.
Hey, you know, holla at your boy.
Like
you need your
Thanos.
credit. You need that 850 credit score. Holla at your boy. Y'all talking about 700, 850 with your boy. Right. So Thanos. So anyway, they were like, yeah, we gotta let you go. I remember they were like very like they didn't want to say it. Right. So I like, all right, all right. There's nothing I can say. Like there's no rebuttals. So then the guy had to walk me out. I'm like, you gotta walk. Okay, all right. So everybody's my friend. Like we're friends. Everybody's friends, right? So everybody's looking over their cubicle. So it was just awkward and embarrassing. So I was like, y'all want to see me knock this motherfucker out?
I believe it. I didn't hear you.
Everybody started laughing. And then they said everybody that laughed got written up. I was like, oh, my bad, y'all. But that was one of the many chronicles.
Back to what you just said, knockout. Yeah. Been around plenty of knockouts with this guy.
I'm a boxer.
Nah, it's not you just. Well, you always been boxing.
Yeah.
I can give you that. But for a while, when you were like knocking a lot of people out, I didn't know your boxing history. Mm-hmm. I just thought you were like.
Well, I'm not proud of any of that. You know?
We don't have to.
I got into fights, and
let me tell you,
but not proud of that.
But that takes you far. Let me tell you why. Because I've seen when you have that type of history or you have that type of background, people of street or whatever, they hear about that, they know about that. So I seen this dude walk up straight to a certified killer and he backed down, and that's only because of what you say, the boxing history. And so what? Well,
I know what you're talking about.
And I don't even want to,
Yeah, but that situation is like this. The dude is a killer, like, but he's gone now. Yeah. But it's like I always talk about approach your bully, like bully, run to your bully. Bullies don't get approached ever. A lot of times, even big dudes can't fight. Right? Because they're never tested. There's people are intimidated by them. So, and when I was growing up, I got picked on all the time. People tried to bully me, but I would whoop their ass. They didn't know I could box. And there was other kids at my school, because boxing is not in school. So people would pick on certain people that they didn't know can fight their ass off. And they get whooped, right? So one of my friends, I remember this Puerto Rican dude, he beat up like 8 people in one day. It was just like a fucking crazy fucking day. And it's like, why y'all fucking with this guy? But anyway, it taught me not to bother.
Puerto Ricans know how to fight.
They know how to fight. It taught me not to fuck with people, not to bother you. It don't matter how they look. Because I didn't look tough growing up. I was a skinny little dude, and so did my boy. But anyway, that was a person who was an actual bully, right? But I've learned that in my life, things that were daunting over me, like big problems, right? Things that really break people down, I just run to it. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it, let's go.
Right.
And it's never as bad, you know. And I feel like it's the same as like running up to a bully, like approaching a bully.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a lesson that people could take with them. Fuck a bully. You know what I mean? I want to put something else out there.
Remember I called you a bully?
I'm not a bully. I want to put something else out there. When I was growing up, I don't know about you guys, but there was not a anti-bully campaign. That wasn't a thing. I never heard that, right? And I also didn't know anyone that killed themselves growing up, you know? I'm sure it probably happened, but it wasn't like, I didn't know about it. So I feel like sometimes when there's certain behaviors that's done or certain things that's put out there in the media, right, people will gravitate to it, attach to it. And I feel like putting a big emphasis on bullies, right, like in the news or whatever, an anti-bully campaign, and talking about maybe a kid killed himself because they were being bullied, right, is giving other people an out. Like, okay, that's an option to kill myself. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but people do kill themselves, and the reasoning is being bullied. You know, before that wasn't a thing. Now it's talked about, it's a thing. It has to be correlation. You think there is?
I totally think so. I mean, when we shine light on things like that, other people, like you said, they find out that it's an option now. Like it just wasn't. Like I remember, you know, because we moved a ton when I was growing up, and one of the last times I moved was to a suburb of Detroit, and it was a junior year of high school, and you know, not everyone was so nice, and there was a couple of times where I was, forgive me, RP, I was talking to different girls.
Yeah. You was a kid.
Yeah, but I'm responsible for that.
Player.
I was talking to some different girls, and you know, even if it was innocent, like I was just making friends or whatever, boyfriends of theirs or people would be like, you know, I'm gonna kill you, or I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Right.
And I was like, I went home because I hadn't experienced that. I went home and I was like, this happened at school today, and my dad's like, you're gonna have to handle it. It wasn't like, oh, we're gonna bail you out. Right. Oh, like that shouldn't have happened to you. It's like you're gonna have to talk to them and resolve this, or you're gonna maybe get in a fight. But
right.
like
it's normal.
You're gonna figure it out, and that's what happened. Exactly what you said. Go to them, discuss it. You know, if you're even with bullies, like it's usually a misconception. Yeah, there are bad people in the world, but usually there's a misunderstanding,
right,
where that person is not being portrayed the way that they should, or they legitimately are upset about something. In the civilized world, like with just normal people every day, I haven't come across too many people who are just assholes and wanna hurt people. I really haven't come across many people like that. Most people are just they're in a position where they're uncomfortable, where other people have made them uncomfortable, and then they're now just trying to reestablish themselves.
Right. No, that's real.
That makes sense.
So all right, so nationwide credit, boom.
So from there, I guess he gets fired.
Wait, hold on. I have this visual in my head of Mike like this, bro, after a call with people, and like Thanos, and he's like, I'm gonna erase your debt. And he just plugs in numbers.
You don't remember me always in the break room telling you like Nas, and when you used to come in there, I used to be like, man, you look cool, you look smooth today. You don't remember wearing a suit?
I don't remember ever wearing a suit.
You don't remember the suit?
You making that shit up.
I see how you do me.
It was no reason to wear a suit.
Bro, you was standing out.
I wasn't proud of that job.
You was standing out.
I was just there for sneaker money.
Okay. But I swear, I just remember. That's
I'll ask Anthony.
That's maybe you was that clean. I just picture you in a suit.
Yeah, maybe it was that.
But you definitely stood out. But I swear it was a green suit. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
But long story short,
green.
That's so particular.
Long story short,
right.
I remember
and horrible.
Like what is he, Cat Williams?
It's particular and gross.
And from there,
you know, you were clean like Cat Williams.
Sarcasm, king of sarcasm.
Was it a green suit or emerald suit?
No, it was like emerald. That's what I'm saying. It was more emerald,
like the Wizard of Oz.
Did he have a top hat?
Yes, he didn't have a top hat. But I just remember he had a gold medallion. He looked like Nas.
Did I have a pet leprechaun with me?
I had to catch what you said.
And cheetah shoes.
And probably about a couple of years later, maybe a few years later, I seen him again in LA Fitness. And I seen him from across the room. And I remember it was a fighter. I don't want to say his name, but it was a fighter that used to always go there. He was pretty known. And I seen Mike Rashid from across the room, and his arms just looked big as fuck from all the way. Can we say that?
Yeah,
All the way
and it wasn't.
But listen, I swear.
But you know, back in the day, we thought we was so swole.
Man, I swear to God, it was probably one of the biggest arms I ever seen at that time. You know what I'm saying? And the other fighter was in there, so I guess a dude, his like temperature would be like kind of, you know, when Mike was around. And I just remember Mike saying, "I'll whoop his ass."
I think everybody do that.
You know what I mean? But from there, and then fast forward the story. There was a friend we had a mutual friend. This is kind of how we all started coming in together. And
Hot Rod.
Yeah, Hot Rod.
Shout out to Hot Rod.
At the time, I was trying to like. A lot of people didn't like Rod when he first came out, and I was trying to like be his. I'm not gonna say. I was trying to have his back, and then, but I knew Mike, and I don't remember exactly what happened. But I remember I was like, damn, that's a different type of beef right there. And I remember
I had an issue with him.
It wasn't like an issue. It was just a comment you had. It was maybe a comment of something on 602 Street. It was just something small. But I remember I called you, and I was like, bro, you know, dude, cool. Remember you pulled up on me. You came to my apartments, and you was bumping 50 Cent.
I remember that.
You had a Magnum. You came and got me, and we was cool ever since. And that's how the shit, you know, that's how everything really started.
Yeah,
us all clicking up.
So it was interesting because I was rapping, he was rapping, everybody was rapping, doing their thing, and Cass was talented. We had some heat. We got that song. We got some songs. But anyway, we got songs from then that still bang right now.
Right now.
But anyway, might play it for the people. So it was an interesting time because Phoenix was not a thing. Like nobody was from Phoenix, right? Then all of a sudden, 50 Cent came and signed Hot Rod to G Unit, and him.
Shout out to Hot Rod, by the way.
Yeah, Hot Rod. Hot Rod is hilarious. The best meme page on IG. What's the name of the page?
Good Times Jackson.
Y'all follow Good Times Jackson at Good Times Jackson on Instagram because it's fucking good. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Funny.
He's a fun dude. He's just always the life of the party. You too. Both of y'all motherfuckers is fun.
Thank you.
Fun to be fun guys.
Thank you, sir.
Anyway,
I appreciate that.
So
the only
Hot
time
Rod,
I get a compliment is if he's around somebody else.
Hot Rod got I give all my people tough love.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I mean, you
Tough
do.
love.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You don't get.
I'm not patting everybody in the back all the time. Like, hey, great job, but not doing anything.
Go ahead, man.
So Hot Rod got to deal with 50 Cent, right? And this was big. This was huge, right? He had a song with Mary J. Blige. I mean, like, it was a real deal. And then he was touring with him. You know, he was looking out for him a lot because, you know, rap music is a lot of street shit going on, and people do. You see what happened with Tekashi 6ix9ine, right? That happens. That's a common thing, you 100%. Know. If people sniff fear or you not really from the street, they'll take it. They're predators, you know. So, and it's even predators on the business side of the music industry.
Oh, yeah.
That's worse.
I guess I expected that.
Yeah, but it's on all levels. So he looked out for Rod, and they're doing a lot of music together. And then he got noticed, you know, and Ludacris signed him.
Right.
And it was like, oh, Arizona's hot. So, you know, a couple guys came and, you know, and I was very disappointed at this guy, right? You know why? So he had a deal. The dude is talented as shit, right? And my money was really good at the time. I was killing it, right? So I'm like, bro, you need to get the fuck out of Arizona.
Yeah.
You need to be in Atlanta. I'll hook you up. You shake hands with the DJs, $500 in your hand, whatever, $1,000, you know what I'm saying? Make sure they good, they know who you are, go out there with the other disturbing the peace artists,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Connect me with 2 Chainz,
right,
Titty Boy, because
right.
2 Chainz was getting after it in the streets too.
But we still had a good connection.
So anyway, talk about that later.
And Dollar.
But
shout out to Dollar and 2 Chainz.
But anyway, but Willie he needed to be there where the industry was, right? The CEO of his company is there, be around. Everything, all the artists, they pop it in the club, but he wanted to be in Arizona.
Why?
Big fish in a small pond. I mean, am I right or am I right?
You know, at that time, he's absolutely right, but I never really heard my song like the way that it was, because we were always just moving and it was just bubbling. I kept hearing calls. I kept getting calls, and I was getting more love in Arizona. And I just wanted. I was more on a. At that time, I was more just on creating my legacy, at a local level, I guess. So I didn't see the big picture, if that makes sense.
I mean, he had
You know what I
a
mean?
single with, remember B.O.B. Shit, he had a really good album,
Yeah,
really dope.
I had
The dude is
I had
talented.
Neo on it. I had B.O.B. It was a good album, man.
The guy is talented. He had a song "Body Marked Up," which I like to this day. It's still
I think
dope.
maybe you played it for me one
Yeah.
time in the past.
But with Lil Wayne, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Life happens,
Yeah.
but it's it's a lesson to be learned out of it.
Right. And I really like where it turned though, because
I was very disappointed at you.
tell me,
It was more.
Tell me why.
Okay, so
Let's get it out.
all right, so I'm in the streets. I'm doing a lot of shit, right?
Right.
And I'm really angry at this time, because, and I got to keep it 100. I'm angry because everybody else is getting discovered, and I'm sitting here. You know what I'm saying? And I was talented. I had a big following. People knew me.
Yep.
And and I'm like, I'm super authentic. I'm street guy. You know what I'm saying? Which is not cool, but that was my reality at the time. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm traveling to New York. I'm going to do different things. I'm going out to like pick up money, because when you hustling, the hardest part about the hustle is getting your money back. You know what I'm saying? So every now and then I'll go pick it up if I don't send somebody to do it. So I'm out there to pick up money at this one particular time, and while I'm there, I forgot who's helping me out. Set up like interviews for me with K Slay and DJ Envy and Angela
I kind of remember this now.
all of that, Shade 45, and I did a show, and it was like I met with like some prominent lawyer, entertainment attorneys, and all of that stuff. But my arrogance, I know, me looking back on it, I didn't get put on because of my arrogance. You know what I'm saying? I'm making all of this money, so my vibe was like, I don't need nobody for shit, and I'm moving like that, and I was being very arrogant.
He was an independent artist, like, and I didn't even know it. Like,
I was being very arrogant, and I think sometimes how I was carrying myself was intimidating people that I needed to help me get to that next level. You know what I mean? So, because I wouldn't want to deal with somebody like that might be a problem, that might tell me to shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That might say, shut up with your bitch ass.
with
You
your
know what I'm
bitch
saying?
ass.
With your bitch ass.
With your bitch ass.
But I never said that to anyone, for the record. But anyway,
Said it to me the other day.
I did not.
I heard you say that a couple times today.
So then I catch my case, then another one, and then I was real tight with No ID. It was, he's Kanye West's mentor. He put Kanye on, really, and they fell out and came back together, and they're really strong now, and No ID's killing it. And this particular time, it was during the album 808 and Heartbreaks, and No ID called me, like, and me and No ID's tight. Like, he was at my daughter's birth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we was tight. We traveled a lot. We would sit and build.
Very huge producer.
We would talk for like hours. Put phones down and just build. Exploring ideas and unpacking things. And very smart person. So anyway, this is when Death of the Auto-Tune, Jay-Z went and got him for beats, Rick Ross, Kanye snatched him up to run his company. So he called me. He's like, all right, man, now's your time. This is the time. I said, what's up? He said, I'm in Hawaii. Jay's here. Da-da-da-da. He's telling me all these people. He said, let's get you a flight to get you out here. I was like, about that. Had a big old ankle bracelet on.
Couldn't move.
And I felt my heart sink to my stomach, right? But at the same time, I was like, this is part of my punishment. I have not been living right. And I just accepted it. I was like, this is part of my punishment. My punishment was severe. Let's say you're accused of a crime, and say the sentence is, I'm just throwing out a number, 10 years.
Yeah.
Just because you don't get that 10 years don't mean that you ain't punished, right? Because I was facing a lot more time than that, for one. Everything, all of the wealth that I had amassed was gone like that. Like that. It wasn't like things are slowing down. It was just gone, right? My freedom There was a big dark cloud over my head at this time. I didn't trust anybody. Every time the phone rang, I would get anxiety. I would answer the phone and just listen.
Yeah.
To see if I could hear like clicking or anything, right? My dreams, every dream was about prison. Every dream, every night. I couldn't get it out of my head. And then I had these 2 little babies, my children. And I love my children, you know? And it was like, you dummy, you're gonna be separated from your children. And then thinking about how embarrassed I would be if my grandparents knew what was going on. You know, they had passed away by this time.
Right.
And I always talk about this. I always say that I felt like my punishments were always more severe because I knew better. I was raised well, you know. It might not have been a perfect upbringing, but I knew better, you know. And so everything that I went through, it was like physical pain. Like being locked up is not the worst thing in the world.
Right.
But the torment, the physical torment, I mean the mental and emotional anguish and torment, I can't explain it properly to people, you know? All right, so in the book of Revelations, it talks about when a soul goes to hell, right? I forget the angel, I think it's Gabriel. The way they describe it, he violently hurls you down into the pits of hell, and in the walls of the pits of hell is souls stuck, right? Screaming and reaching, right? And you fall for however long.
Right.
And you know, when they did come and get me in LA in 2013, 14, whenever year it was, you know, they had me in the max security old county jail, they call it. It's really bad. It's like the jails that they put on movies, like with bars.
Yeah.
Because there's no bars in jail no more, but it's bars in this jail. It's dark. It's people hands hanging out the thing, reaching and screaming all day, all night. You have no concept of if it's day or night. You don't know. It's no clocks.
Sound like a scene from Silence of the Lambs.
It's no windows. They do that to fuck with you. It's like these little lights hanging on each tier. You hear the most ignorant talking. This guy up on the 4th tier talking to this guy on the 1st tier. They never even met before. They best friends. Talking. The most ignorant. Me sitting in there in a cell too small to do push-ups. I was just like, this is my punishment. I did something that bad to be in here.
It was too small to do push-ups?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you know, I got beat up through my actions. You know what I mean? Because I don't blame anything that I went through on anybody. It was all on me. Me being such a cerebral person, it made it worse because I'm thinking about everything and thinking about people, and you know, and my biggest fear is not being able to protect my loved ones and make sure they're comfortable, you know. So that was rough. You, like, when we were rocking together, Willie, you know, I was peaking into like this fucking terrible person.
Yeah.
You know, I was terrorizing people that I felt crossed me. You know, there's things that you don't even know about that I don't even care to share with you. I don't want nobody to know,
right.
You know? So,
right.
But I was peaking into a really terrible person. And there's a book that I read called Disease. And it talked about what a real disease is. It's dis-ease, like taking away ease.
Yeah. Anything with the word die in it.
And
it's separation.
And it talked about how we attract disease situations to us, sometimes to prevent something from worse happening. Now, that's just a perspective. It's not a law of physics. Maybe it is. Who knows?
Yeah.
However, it's real. It makes sense. And I saw that, like, me having to go on a run at the time that I did and everything falling apart when it did was a disease situation I attracted to myself to prevent myself from dying. Mm-hmm. I was going to die. The guy we're talking about, he could have killed me that night. And my ego was like, fuck all possible repercussions. Right. I'm a man. I'm the man. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say this tonight.
Literally.
You know, and there was a lot of things like that I've done. And people kill people that they're afraid of.
Right.
You know, so
Exactly. But
yeah, so I was leading down a path of destruction. You know, and things happened when it happened, and it was good that it happened. I attracted that to myself, and that process. All right, so I was disappointed at you at this point.
tell me. That's
So
what I was waiting for.
I'm gone. I'm far. I'm in an undisclosed area.
Oh God.
On vacation,
Jesus.
right?
Yes.
And we hadn't talked in a couple months or so.
Mm-hmm.
Then I finally got in touch with you, because I wasn't in touch with nobody I knew, because I didn't endanger people.
Okay.
So I was like, what's up, man? And you don't. I wonder if you remember.
I'm really waiting for you to tell me so I can.
I'm at
give you an
Diamond
honest
Jacks.
reaction.
I'm at whatever strip
Oh,
club.
that sounds horrible already.
He's like, man, popping bottles, and I was like, that's what you. In my head, I was like, wow, that's the first thing you want to tell me. You know what I mean? You proud of that? Popping bottles in the strip club. You know what I mean? I was disgusted.
You know what's
with
funny is I don't even go out now. So when he's telling me this, it's just like, wow, that's fucked up. I get it, especially in your situation that you was in.
it. Right.
Like
Because
bragging on something like that.
And it was like, you see me doing all of that, buying the bar out and
So
all
I
this
got it
shit.
from.
but it's like, look what it got me to. Look
Right.
where it led me. It led me to running away. You know what I'm saying? A cowardly move. Just to run is a coward. I was a coward. It led me to run away. Like all of that, trying to impress people. Listen, this is no cap.
No, I know.
Before I ran and they had me on an ankle bracelet, nobody came to see me.
Yep.
You included.
Yep, I
And,
know.
and
This
and
part I
forgive
want to
you.
talk about.
I forgive you.
I don't even.
But nobody came, and I took care of everybody. You know what I'm saying? I looked out for everybody. You know, so I was like, oh, it's cool. All right, it's cool. But that shit hurt it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna say?
I didn't realize how much that was. Up to this point, I was thinking like, this nigga really don't fuck with me. But it wasn't that he didn't mess with me. It was the fact that he didn't have a reason to. Because when he was going through his thing, like he said, I didn't know that he reached out for his dad for money like that. I didn't know that I understood it, because there was a time where when you first ran, we was kind of communicating. Remember that? Like you'll be in Saudi Arabia dressed like Osama bin Laden, then you'll be, you know what I'm saying? We'll be Skyping, you know, and I have no excuses, but at the same time, I know that it's levels to becoming a real situation. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, man, I think I was just more focused on what I had going on. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't putting too, because you always been good. You always been, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never asked me for nothing.
Yeah, that's one thing my father said.
Yeah.
I heard he told somebody, they said, was you worried about him when he was gone? And he says, yeah, of course it's going to be that natural concern, but I always know he's capable. He's always can take care of himself. So I was good, but it wasn't even that. It wasn't that. It was just like,
just the general,
just that camaraderie, that like, bro, keep your head up, whatever, from anybody. It was nobody, you know what I mean? And so, but that was part of my punishment. I can't be mad. Listen, I had people that I really love now to this day that told me I can stay with them, you know, when I came back to the States.
Right.
And when I came back, they said, nah, I don't think it's cool. And I'm not mad at them either, because it wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm endangering them.
Right.
You know? So I didn't, like that whole process, I'm running into brick wall after brick wall. I never got mad at anybody. I wasn't even mad at myself. I was just in a mindset of, I need to fix this. I need to get my life together. I can't be a loser. I got children, you know?
Do you think that type of pressure, that you feeling that way and feeling like, yeah, you wasn't mad at everybody, but was it more like a F it? You know what I mean? Fuck it. You know, this is, you think that
I think
gave you a little?
You gotta think, all y'all was on my mind a lot, because that was my life.
I know.
You know, so there was some anger, I ain't gonna lie. There was a time, bro, that I was feeling like I was losing it, and I wanted to go to Arizona and do bad things, hurt people. And it was people, because I was hearing through the grapevine, like, things people was laughing and thought things was funny, and people driving my cars, and you know what I'm saying? and it's like I wanted to hurt people, and Vanessa, my child's mother, saved my life.
Yeah.
What did she say?
She didn't say anything. I'll tell you what she said. She said, "Do you want Elijah to come out there with you?"
Yep.
And this didn't even make sense.
And that's one thing I do want to go back on.
This didn't make sense for her to send him out because I'm a fugitive. I don't have a car. I don't have anything. You know, I didn't really have a place to stay. I didn't tell her that though, because I was like, yeah, I'll figure something out.
Right.
And one day, so I got moved in with someone looking for a roommate. Had a couch bed that me and him shared. You know, the room was so small, I couldn't. You falling asleep?
No, not.
You struggling over there?
No, I'm not.
You struggling? It's a slow motion blink.
Sorry. No, I'm good.
Is it too much, man?
No, I'm good.
The room was so small that I couldn't have my bed opened out and open and close the door. I had to fold up the couch to open and close the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we had a bed and a TV. It was good. So that's my little man. So one day I'm walking into school, kindergarten, first grade, something like that, holding his hand, walking him because I didn't have a car. And, you know, I walk him as far as they let me go. And then I remember one day I picked him up from school, and I see him before he see me, and he's just like looking. Then he see me, runs up to me, big hug, and that was every day. And then one day I was like, fuck, this little innocent, pure soul loves me.
Right.
You know what I mean? This guy loves me, and he's perfect. He's a good, pure soul. And I don't have anything to offer. I don't have no car. I don't have no money. I don't have nothing. If he could love me, I could love myself. And me loving myself is me making good decisions, like not being destructive.
Right.
Because, you know, I was growing into, my mind was shifting into some destruction and darkness, you know? So Vanessa saved my life, and Elijah saved my life, you know, and they don't even know it. And things worked out. You know.
Right.
That's real love. I really love myself, you know, and I learned how to love myself that day.
That says a lot, because when you have a sense of purpose, which I think he gave you,
Yeah.
you straighten everything out.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a sense of purpose,
Yes.
or a sense that what you're doing is for a reason,
Right.
you can easily be swayed to the emotions of the day.
Correct.
But you got straightened out because you had him there and said, "This is what I'm doing it for.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just for me." Or because if it's just you. Because I just was thinking about it the other day. I think about it often, like sometimes around 3 or 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Because back before we had employees, or back before the operation is what it is now, sometimes at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m., I would just be done. I'd be like, I'm going home. I would just go home. I'm done for the day. All the orders are shipped, because it was only like 20 or 30 orders.
Right.
They're done. I have a list of things I could do to advance the company, but I'd rather go to the beach. I'd rather go for a run. I'd rather go home and take a nap. I'd rather do anything else. And I would leave, because there was no one that was motivating me. But now, as we walk in and out each day, I see the 15 people who have entrusted their lives to us. And it's not the same as a father-son connection. I can't wait
But
to
it's
experience that.
still.
But it's almost like that, because we have to make moves that will make sure that everyone gets a paycheck. And that responsibility has changed my work ethic. I already had a good work ethic, but before it was just me.
Right.
If it doesn't work out, I'll figure out something. I can make money.
Now you got people to pay.
Yeah, I can make money 10 different ways. But if for everyone else, they've come on board and they've contributed their talents and their efforts towards our goals. And that's super serious. So now there's no end to what I'll do. I'll stay all night if I have to, just because I want to make sure everyone's good.
Right. That's real.
Yeah, and I think that's what he did for you, and he changed your life just in that way.
100%, man. And you know, and life is that changed my life in a particular way. And honestly, when we met, when me and you met, Sean, I remember, I think I told you, I was like, this motherfucker's fake. There's nobody this happy,
Too nice.
this nice. I'm just not used to that world, you know. And sometimes people say, "Oh, you look mean," or "You look," and I'm like, really? But you know, my upbringing, you dealing with bullshit all the time. Just like cops are always angry because they deal with bullshit, dumb shit. All motherfuckers lying to them. I wasn't speeding, like, you know what I'm saying? And I've dealt with that so much. I'm so sometimes you just have that disgust on your face. It's
It's
just
like a prostitute trying to have
feels-
customer service. No, I'm joking.
that was over my head, but that's cool. I tried to give you a courtesy laugh, but I couldn't get.
I couldn't even do it.
Yeah, good one. Good try. But anyway, you're like, you hit me in a way Elijah did. Like, this guy is a pure person. You know what I mean? And that's why I appreciate you so much, man. It's like, I've had other friends before from different upbringings and backgrounds. Nice enough people, but selfish or whatever. And bro, you're just a genuine person, a type of person I've never experienced before. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So I value you, and I got your back a million times. I don't know why this is getting so fucking heartfelt. This episode. You bringing out the tears, Willie? Like, what's up?
Hey man, that's what I do, man.
He's a conduit. He got Tia bonus too.
One thing I do want to rewind it back to something you said is, I know what he mean when he say Elijah did that for him, because I was there when he was raising Elijah. You know what I mean? So to have that taken from him like that, like I get it, because my whole style of father was just based off, like, he had a son before me. So I was watching the things he did, because I was like, man, you're a good dad, you're a good pops. You know, we doing all this shit, but you still finding time to do this and do that and do this, and you know, and that's where I damn near got that, you know, pretty much got it from, like Big Bros type.
My
shit.
children are my anchor.
Right.
If I didn't have kids, I'd be the Black Dan Bilzerian, straight up. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
Straight up.
I see that
Straight
for you.
up. Straight up. But my kids, you know, it gives me the desire to show them a loving relationship. You know, it gives me, like, I want to give them a standard of how they're supposed to live.
Right.
You know, and like, look, you can. We sit and talk like, you can change the world, and that's not corny to me. You can, right? And we have these talks, and not in a macro sense. Like, we get really in depth, and I gotta make sure when I'm communicating to them, they understand me.
Right.
You know, so I gotta find the ways to really make sure I'm getting through to their brains, right? So anyway, we was at the barbershop earlier today, Sean, and my man was going on an odyssey, right?
You got to explain that word for the people that don't know what it means.
It's a journey. It's a journey that there's growth, and you learn and all of that type of shit. It's like an incredible journey.
Okay.
He's going on an odyssey. I don't know how incredible it was, though.
It was
right?
very incredible.
With Trip or
It was.
He's trying to school us on some things.
Well, the thing is, man, you know, there's a. So I have a problem with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
like
He
a
doesn't.
personal problem?
he has a problem with science.
Oh,
You know, I feel like Mike likes him for a reason. I like him for.
Why do you think I like him?
You like him because he talks like this and he does his hands like
What is
this.
that?
And it sounds good.
He doesn't do that.
And he-
I don't know what parallel universe you're
Whenever
in.
he talks, he makes it sound good and he does his hands. He likes that part.
So you think I only like him because he's a talented orator?
Yes, and he does.
That's part of why I like him.
But he's part of a theory. Like, he's part of. They call him a theorist, don't they? Isn't he a? Yeah, I think he's a. Yeah, I think he's up there on some theories.
He's a astrophysicist. He's not a theorist.
Astrotheophysicist.
Nah, I'm trying to add some shit. He's an astrophysicist. That's it. There's theoretical
But
physicists.
I know what he does.
There are theoretical.
What he does.
But there's
doesn't make him legit.
But there's theoretical physicists, but he's not that.
Okay, and
That-
and his message to me is totally opposite from what everybody else believes in.
what is it to you? Now you got me super interested.
I mean, he pushes,
round Earth.
he pushes a globe theory. You know what I mean?
Like
Yeah.
the Earth being round?
That's pretty much what it is. But
Let me be honest though. Let me be honest about something. I'm not 100% that it is.
yeah,
But I'm not saying it's flat.
yeah,
I go with it's round because from everything I've seen, it looks round,
right.
right?
Everything they gave you.
Okay. I haven't been given anything else that's reasonable. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't even care if it's round or square. It doesn't matter to me personally. And, you know, I think those debates is for what? You feel me? What comes out of that? Because it don't matter.
Because
none of us knows.
Right. No, I don't think.
But just so myself and everyone else is understanding.
Yeah.
Your position is that the world is flat.
My position is I can't prove that the world is round. That's my position. That's a big difference.
Can you prove that it's flat?
I can't prove that it's round.
But flat.
My ancestors tell me that the world is definitely flat.
Who's your ancestors?
You can go ancient cosmology, the Mayan cosmology.
But who told you that? Were you born with this wisdom?
No, I wasn't born with a globe theory. I promise you that. I was born with the earth being flat.
Okay.
Nothing spinning.
All right.
I was born with common sense.
So, common sense.
Yeah,
good.
there we go.
So who told you that?
Who told me what?
That the earth is flat.
No one told me that the earth was flat.
The ancestors didn't tell you?
It's just observations. Well, the ancestors.
But it's not observations because there's nothing else flat.
That's what?
Like there's nothing we can observe is flat in terms of other planets.
Yeah, I mean CGI stuff.
No. I'm saying like you look in the sky and you see the moon, the sun. If it's the right time, Venus, you see these things and they're round. Mm-hmm. But you don't. There's not anything. As far as I'm aware of, that you can observe that's flat.
I'm not.
You don't believe that that's.
I'm not going to look at it this. I don't have to look up. I shouldn't have to look up and look at other things to tell.
But you look down.
It should be. You know what I mean? No, you can actually do experiment on the ground.
Like what?
Anything. You can do a level on a plane. You can.
What does that mean?
You can just see that the planes don't tilt when you ride them. They just go straight.
You don't. It's pressurized. You won't know what it's doing. You don't.
I'm just letting you know.
You don't. There's a lot of holes in this argument here, bro.
No, there's not holes in this argument.
It is. All right,
there's truth in this argument.
Okay, so let me. All right, so
brother.
Here we go. I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Who are your ancestors? Because you said that your ancestors told
ancestors is everyone that came before you.
Which one?
Every
parents.
Everyone that came before the NASA theory.
Your parents.
The NASA. When your boy Aleister Crowley. Hold on. When your boy Aleister Crowley. Before your boy, who else? General Von Braun, whatever his name was. Walt Disney. Who else was it? And the guy who made Scientology. What's his name?
Hubbard.
All these guys came together, created something called a Dream Team, had a meeting, and came out with a globe theory. Now, if you know who Aleister Crowley is, if you do history on Aleister Crowley is, or if you do history on, let's see, Ron L. Hubbard, and all these L. Ron Hubbard, excuse me, and you understand their background and why they were pushing this theory.
Why were they pushing it?
Like they were taking away basically the truth of. I don't want to say the words because when I say it, y'all ears, the truth of flat Earth. God damn it.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. And I'm tired of playing flat power. God damn, no, I'm just playing.
All right, so the round Earth people are trying to take away from the truth.
They've been doing this for thousands of years.
Why though? What's the benefit?
Because once you
come close to the mic.
Because anything that's
can't hear you.
Anything that they give you that has to do with the globe or anything that has to do with that theory, it's taking you away from your true self.
Okay, so I see it. All right, let's say I'm with you, right? On flat Earth. Why would anybody want to why would anybody want to lie to us about the Earth not being flat and being round?
People those are people you can't comprehend why they would do those things.
So no one knows why.
What do you mean?
Why they're lying to us?
So you don't believe it? You don't believe ancient knowledge has been stolen? You don't believe that? You believe that?
One thing at a time.
I know, but I'm asking you a question.
Let's not leave this question.
Okay.
Why do you think that they're lying to us?
What's the benefit?
What is the benefit?
The benefit for me, for what I get from it, the benefit of them lying to us is, why the fuck will we tell them the truth? Period. And
that's weird.
No, it's not because
so weird.
No, it's not.
Do you think like that?
No, I don't think like that.
Then why do you think
crazy
think
motherfuckers
like
do? People that are insane think like that. People that's controlling the world think like that.
So you think insane people run the world?
Yeah, of course, 100%. And anybody that disagrees with me with that
definition of insanity.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Man, you don't think crazy people run the world?
I don't know.
You gonna sit up here and really tell me crazy people don't run the world?
Right. What's running the world?
Controlling everything. I can watch
It's a
this
lot-
right here
lot
and
of
point
people-
out their symbolism in these movies that we watching. Everything that,
Yeah.
yes, I can. I've been watching it the whole time. They're everywhere.
Okay, insane, not sane.
There's
Not sane.
no. Listen,
So- when
not
you're looking
hold
at what
on,
sane
not of sound mind, mentally deranged.
mentally deranged.
Of or relating to characteristics of a person who is mentally deranged. All right, what is sane?
Power is everything,
Sane
bro.
is free
These
from
people that-
this is such bullshit.
No, it's not.
It's not deranged.
Circular
It says,
definitions.
It says free from mental derangement, having a
Deranged.
sound and healthy
Sane.
mind.
But anyways.
Insane, not sane. Sane, one that's not deranged. Get the fuck out of here.
No, that's you're looking
But
up
no,
a
no, no.
definition.
Yeah,
of
that's all right.
insanity.
Yeah.
These people created that definition that you're reading. Is what
All
I'm
right, so
talking
check this
about.
out. So check this out.
So,
Playboy,
like-
Playboy.
Those
You
are-
gonna do your taxes in here?
You
gonna
say
do your
what?
taxes? You gonna do your taxes in front of me?
Talk up your anytime minutes.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, so check it out. So we live in a somewhat civilized society, right? In which we all abide by certain rules
Right.
because we all agree that us abiding by these rules give us a better life than not having rules. Is that fair to say? Like, let's say a red light. A red light is not a natural thing.
Right.
But we all agree that we should, if you're going this way and it's a red light, you should stop for people to pass.
Yeah.
So we don't crash each other, right?
Of course.
Okay. So with that, we agree that words have meanings.
Yeah.
And we agree that, what's in the dictionary, each word has a definition, and that's what we, if we would be insane, not
Right.
communicating with each other
Right.
properly.
100%.
Right. So let's let the words be what they mean.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So insane.
I just see where you're going, but
So
go ahead.
do you really think insane people that are mentally deranged, people that are not sound minded, are running the planet, the world?
100%. And guess where they got their knowledge from? Guess where they got how to do that from?
Where?
From our ancient ancestors.
Who's the ancient ancestors?
The people that was for the earth. Before all this,
Before the earth? What does
before
that
the New
mean?
World Order.
When was the New World Order?
Yeah.
3100 BC. That when Narmor, whenever his name was, the first pharaoh ever, first pharaoh ever,
Narmor?
Narmer. There you go.
Narmer?
He's white and Greek, and he's black in Egypt. They play with your head, but go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's when it started.
that's when the UN. Hold on, let me finish.
The New World Order?
No, when Egypt and Greece connected, and they created Black Greece and the Black Cabals, and see what people gotta understand. It's when I say they, I'm not talking about rich white man. I'm talking about the people that really truly control this world.
That's
There's
racist.
black people.
That's racist.
There's black people and there's white people.
Can they not
that
be
are working
can
in
they not be
conjunction?
rich
Hold
black
on.
men running the
Oh,
world?
that's what I just
Can
said.
they not be
Did I
they?
just say that? Did I
But
not?
you just
there's-
said it ain't rich
listen,
white man.
Listen, my brother, there's
Some
black
bullshit,
elites.
bro. Some bullshit, bro.
There are black elites that are pushing a racism agenda that we continue to watch. That
Is there no racism?
I don't believe in racism.
I don't know, but do you believe that that racism exists? I know you don't.
Yeah.
You're a good person.
I believe people. I don't believe. I believe that racism exists just as much as people think they like meat. You know, you get taught that. You get taught that literally.
What if you experience?
I don't-
All right, so there's a definition of racism, right? Mm-hmm. It's very specific. And what if someone experienced that definition?
Well, racism and prejudice is two different things.
I'm talking about racism
Okay.
because I've literally experienced racism
Yeah, I'm
in
sure.
an institutional
I'm sure.
position. Like,
But true racism, the people that are really true racists that's pushing this agenda hates that person too, is what I'm trying to explain. to you.
but okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But does racism not exist?
I hate to admit that, but I think that we just been, yeah, I guess you can say that. Yeah. It exists to a point of that energy exists. Yeah, I can see that.
What does that mean?
I believe that the energy, I think people, we get mad because we see somebody get killed, right? We get mad because Trayvon Martin get killed. What if we never just show that? What if we, you know what I'm saying?
Would you prefer that?
Yeah, I would, because they're pushing agendas on TV. They're doing that to make
All right,
us
so-
upset. They're
okay.
doing that.
Another question.
I know that for a fact.
That's fine. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But you prefer to not know it, and no one knows it, right? Because here's the thing.
No, I prefer them to stop it.
Here's the thing, though.
Don't, you know,
Had it not been on TV, let's say Ahmaud Arbery or
right.
George Floyd,
Yeah.
do you think those situations would have been prosecuted properly? Because remember this, everyone out there in YouTube world, when we saw these atrocities, it wasn't when it happened. It's months after, with no prosecution.
Right.
Now, oh yeah, all right, you're suspended. All right, you're arrested. So, here, all I'm saying is this.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's shown. Why? Because this is America, and it's real. And if it's not shown, nothing will happen. There'll be no recourse. You cannot tell me that they were going to get to it later.
No, I'm telling you that when they're talking about, when they say, okay, just like the thing that happened on Capitol Hill, and they say, well, why they let the white people go in there and do that, and if those black people, it's deeper than
okay. Yeah, that's a silly argument.
But what I'm saying, though, all that comes with these race baiters, which are black.
All right, but let me tell you something. Though.
You know what I mean?
That's a silly argument for the media to say, oh, why they allow the white people to go in, but if it was black people, they would have. Because that's not even true. Because black people, the Black Panthers,
but people believe that's true.
The Black Panthers, but who cares? Right. Beliefs is nothing. Black Panthers protested on Capitol Hill, right? There's a difference though. They didn't storm it, and they were not violent. You know, it got dispersed.
Nah, man.
This is a fact. This is empirical facts, right? This happened, right? They got their guns confiscated. Bobby Seale or whomever was reciting their rights. The cops checked it out, gave them their guns back because they were legally carrying their firearms, right? Yeah. So it wasn't nobody died, right? Like what happened here. There's a big difference. It's not the same, right? Anyway, forget all of that.
Okay.
Here's the thing, bro, and this is real. I understand what you're saying. Trust me. And a couple friends came by yesterday, and we had a very similar discussion. I guess the CDC said they announced that racism is a health concern or some shit like that, right? And they were like, "This is bullshit." And I'm like, "Well, it's a disease." I said, "I think it is." I actually said it in the documentary before I even heard this, right? Yeah, but a disease affects your body. I'm like, It does. Well, who are they to say? The Center of Disease Control, right? And these are my people. I love them to death. So there's no slight to them. But I was just trying to show a perspective, like.
Who's your people?
The people that I was having this conversation with. The CDC is my people.
That's what I thought you said. I'm like, what the fuck?
I got some vaccines, and you know what I'm talking about. I got you 2 for 4. You know what I'm saying? But check it out. So I was explaining. I said, okay, I understand you don't like the CDC, right? And they have a lot of ridiculous demands on us, right? Don't do this, wear a mask, whatever. Okay, but you can't deny the fact that racism is a disease. And I went down a line on how it is a disease and how it affects people literally, physically, right? So, and they understood that, but they still holding on to the fact, yeah, why do they get to say it? See, that's the problem with people in America.
Why do you want to say
It's like, who cares if they said it because it's them? Mm-hmm. People don't like them because there's a huge anti-vaccine movement, right? And for the record, I'm not anti-anything. Right. I'm not pro-anything either. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a dude living his fucking life, right? Yeah. Whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying? There's people, I understand that there's people who feel a way about vaccines and feel a way about masks. You know, maybe I have opinions on it, but I'm not posting about it. I'm not making anyone feel bad about their decision. Live and let live. I don't care what people do. If it's something that I know for a fact is harmful, I would say something to my friends, to my loved ones, people I care about, people listening to me. I would say something. But if I don't know for a fact, I'm not gonna say anything. Right. And I'm not no fucking scientist. And if I was, I'm not studying that. You know what I'm saying? We get too invested in shit that we don't really know about.
As far as
and people hold positions on things that they don't really know about.
I think that statement is exactly why racism is a disease, and the reason would be I don't know why we have to substantiate its physical effects on your body for it to be a disease, because there's plenty of mental diseases that we are aware of and that we recognize. Mm-hmm. I think racism is a mental disease. I mean, that can have effects on your body too, for the way you feel about stuff, because the way you feel has impacts and ramifications on your body and your physiology. Sure. But the fact of it being a disease is really an interesting way to look at it, because it can be spread from person to person so easily.
Yeah.
And it can also be cured. I believe it can be cured. And what's the cure is like knowledge, information, experience. So it's kind of beautiful in that sense that we can cure it. Like you can have someone who is racist or has been raised with racist ideas and been infected. They can be cleansed. They can be shown that wasn't true.
They can be vaccinated.
Yeah.
Stop, man.
Pfizer. I think the Moderna is better for the
racism.
Are we allowed to say that word?
Yeah, I guess.
With the algorithm?
I don't care.
Just call it Jabberoo.
I don't
call it the Jabberoo.
You say vaccine.
The Jabberoo.
They fuck with our shit anyway, so it don't matter.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
We're not, listen, we self-made, baby.
Oh, you know what I mean?
We self-made, baby.
Hey, but listen, man.
He has a video talking about the history of mushrooms and
Oh, man. My first experience with mushrooms.
You had mushrooms already?
Yes.
And what was it like?
oh, I want to hear this.
I had two.
Did you wear a green suit?
I had two. And I really want to say the guy
color.
who sold me, I don't want to say his name because I don't want to.
Yeah,
but
don't
he had
do
a
that.
dope
Don't say his
name, though. He had a dope name, bro.
That's okay.
He had a dope name.
Okay.
But he basically taught me how to use it and get out of body. Because the first time I did it, I was like watching TV. I was laughing at I was doing it for the wrong reasons. And then
What's the wrong reason?
The wrong reasons is just doing it and just trying to like see the TV melt or see,
What's the right reason?
The right reason is closing your eyes and getting into your
Can I give you a perspective?
Your chakras and
right.
going opening your crown chakra.
Okay.
Brother.
But can I give you a perspective?
Yes, sir.
What if there is no right or wrong reason or right or wrong way to do drugs?
Just because you like to do it with your eyes open?
No. But I'm just saying though. No. Because there's people listening to us, right?
Right.
Me personally, I don't think there's a right or wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's not wise to abuse it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you have to be on a deep spiritual journey to experience it.
I don't even think
that's
that
the vibe.
mushroom is a drug, to be honest with you, bro.
But it's a drug, but it's fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of drugs. Music is a drug too, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Drug is not bad. The word drug, they make it seem like it's bad,
Yeah.
right? But those people in control that you talk about, those deranged motherfuckers,
Crazy motherfuckers.
crazy, insane.
And in the
people.
comments, you may not agree with me, or you may agree with me. I'm really curious to know.
I think there's a lot of flat earthers out there. Truman shows.
They're scared, and what I want to tell them is just the fact that you brought that back. I just want to explain something just real quick, and I swear I'll let you guys do your thing.
And let's get back to drugs
And I'm
too,
gonna
though.
fall back. We're gonna get back on that. Remember that topic.
Drugs.
So listen, the flat Earth community's been trying to come out since
They're out. Y'all out.
Since Admiral Byrd
Y'all are out.
19.
You're out.
You should get a
Hold on,
flat
let me
earth,
finish. Let me
flat
finish.
nation.
Let me finish. See, let me finish. And
Flat nation.
then you get it's gonna be you globe head.
For flatworm face.
Supposed to say flat tart. But look, so
I don't know these terms, but
there was a list that came out. It was called neo-paganism. Google this.
I'm a neo-pagan.
And on this neo-pagan list,
I'm not a neo-pagan. I don't even know what it is.
see how you be doing
I
this?
go for it.
On this neo-pagan list was the word hip hop. It was a part of this list, right?
I'm gonna make a neo-pagan part 2
Hold on.
list, and I'm gonna put country western on
Hold
it.
on. And then the flat.
There, it's done. It's done. We fixed it. All right, I'm gonna put that word on a list.
Oh man.
All right, go for it. Go
No,
for it.
man. Listen, they gave us. Okay, so the hip hop. First, it was okay. I take that. It was hippies. Hippies was controlling shit, right? They had independent. They had independent things. They was making money. They was putting out music. Then they created something called hip hop, which took off. The world was coming together. Hippies were flat earthers. You know what I'm
The
saying?
hippies made hip hop.
No, I didn't say that.
Hippies.
I didn't
Are
say
hip-
that, Sean.
Hippies are flat earthers.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm following. Go for
Yeah.
it.
So
Hippie's a loose definition. though.
yes.
Yeah.
No,
What's
no,
a
no,
hippie?
no, no, no,
What's
no,
a
no,
hippie?
no, no.
What's a hippie? A beatnik?
A person that's, for me, I feel like a person that's in tune with themselves. That
Are they hip?
no, they're hop. That's what hip hop is, though.
What?
So basically, they introduced hip hop
It's hippie hop.
during hippie days.
I want to know.
Hold on, they
real
gave us
shit?
hip hop. Hip
I
hop.
want to know who the fuck came up with the word hip hop. Hip hop.
I'm telling you where it came from. Hippies.
I like rap.
It was hippies, and then there was hip hop. They took away the true integration
hear-
of
we can't hear you.
the true. When people were really coming together at those times, they separated it with hip hop. That was one of the things that helped separate it. I promise you, bro.
What separated
Because
who?
we were clicking, all white people, black people, we were all clicking up together. We were getting close. It was a real rising happening.
Well, to that point, I'm not going to deny that because
Yeah.
there is something that the government has done,
100%.
intelligence agencies have done when blacks and whites will come together.
Yeah.
So, damn it, what's his name? What's the movie about the Black Panthers?
Fred Hampton.
Fred Hampton.
Yeah.
Fred Hampton was a Black Panther. Black Panther was was a political organization. I think some of y'all know the history, but they had Fred Hampton came up with a concept called the Rainbow Coalition, and a lot of us attribute that to Jesse Jackson, but it's not him. Get out of here, Jesse. That was Fred Hampton's concept, and he rolled that out. And he would go to Ku Klux Klan rallies and meet with the leaders and be like, yo, why are we fighting? We have the same enemy, right? So, and they all did. Poor blacks, poor whites, poor people have the same issues, right? And here's the thing, for anybody out there that might be racist, you might hate blacks or hate whatever, yo, you're being lied to, you're being stolen from, you're being oppressed by the same people that do it to us. You know what I'm saying? So we're not your enemies. No person is anybody's person because of the color of their skin. That's a really silly thing.
That comes with everything too, though.
And we're adults, so we should grow above that, you know? It's institutions, you know? And it's a class thing in America. It's not called that, but there is class and caste systems, you know? Listen, when I move up different socioeconomic levels, I get treated different.
Yeah.
People aren't calling the cops on me. They think everything I do is funny. You know what I'm saying? When before it would be way different. This is real shit, Sean. When I went to ASU, I had a job in Glendale North. I would drive. I never put my car on the freeway because it was raggedy. I didn't want to break down the freeway. My windows didn't roll down. It was electric windows and it was broke. I had to bust a window out the back to get some air, some hot air. I had to take my shirt off from work to drive to school. Damn. But when I would get on that side, the east side, it was more white people. I remember getting pulled over and the cop saying, "Are you lost?" I'm like, "No."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever been asked, "Are you lost?" by a cop?
No.
Yeah, that's a normal thing. So, but as time goes on and I get nicer cars and nicer things, I'm driving a Lambo down PCH racing. You know, past the cop, he get behind me, I pull over. Oh man, I'm doing probably 130, which is a misdemeanor. It's not a ticket, it's a charge, right? Impound the car, take you to jail. But he's like, I'm gonna write this under 89. I'm like, thank you. Then he's like, I like this car. I can't give you a ticket. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't happen to me in a bucket, in a poor side of the. If I was driving my raggedy car in a nice area, like I was driving my Lamborghini in the nice area on PCH.
Okay,
that wouldn't happen.
That answers your question.
Now I'm communicating to the people, to the American people.
Okay.
You know, we all in this shit together, and it's not a race thing. There are racial issues that need to be fixed, right? I think the spirit of this nation is not racist anymore. It used to be. But there are systems in place that do affect races, and it do affect people of poor communities, you know? And we got to fix that shit. But we got to do it together, you know? It's not a us against them. And then, listen, let's call a spade a spade. Traditionally, black people Democrat, white people Republican. After a certain point, it wasn't like that prior to the 60s, right? It was reversed. But that's how it is now, right? And black people, Republicans are not racist because they're Republican. If there's racists that are Republican, they're just racists that happen to be Republican. And unfortunately, there are a lot of racists that follow the Republican Party.
Democrats is the worst.
The Democrats is terrible. They're not for you. They're not for blacks, Latinos, whatever. However,
it's all bad.
They have to be there. Sometimes they're pushed in corners to where they have to do things for certain people, right? Not much for black people, but whatever. I don't want y'all to do nothing for me, you know. But run my reparation bag, run that bag. But anyway, but people need to stop. Please stop blindly aligning yourself with political parties, because when you really do the knowledge on them, they don't give a fuck about none of us.
All that stuff goes in here.
And here's the thing, well, politicians are not our leaders. They're not nice people. They're just lawmakers that work for us. So we have to apply pressure, and then you should vote for someone, especially in your community, in your local government, that can affect things that affect you directly.
Tracks.
Get behind
That's
that
true.
shit. I don't care what they're called. It could be the pink party, the green party, the yellow party. It don't matter, you know. But all of this aligning because this is what your people align with. You. And I have really smart friends, like dope friends I really care about. They get real ugly holding on to everything that's said from the party that they align themselves to. And I'm just like, you're not even on that shit. Like, but it's so, what is that, Sean? Like, they can't let that shit go.
Yeah.
And they have to echo all of the sentiments of their said party. And it's just like, do you have friends like that?
I mean, I think we have a few that we know who will kind of take the position of whoever's around them, and if it's good or bad, they'll kind of be easily molded. And I think most people are like that too. Remember we were talking yesterday about the 85, the 10, and the 5. This is for those who don't know, a reference to like the thought that about 85% of the population is just being guided by the remaining 15%. 10 of those percent are people who are trying to do the right thing, and 10,
all right.
10 is the wicked.
So all right, so my upbringing, it's called the Nation of Gods and Earths, right? 5% nation, and we have a breakdown of 85, 10, and 5, right? 85% being the general masses, right? Some call them the blind, right? But it's not to them dumb, deaf, and blind. But that's not saying that in an evil way or negative way. It just so happened to be that most people are not aware of the things that are happening around them and to them, right? There's a 10% of people that know everything that's going on, and they're pulling the strings for their benefit, right? Not for the betterment of the people. Then there's a smaller percentile, 5%, who are the poor righteous teachers, people that are trying to like educate people and move that masses into a positive place, right? Help people activate the God that's within them. So that was the breakdown. But when we were talking about it, I was explaining how when I was in college and I was learning about world religions, I took that, and the Buddhists have the same breakdown. It's fascinating.
So all that's to say that most people are probably in that 85%.
Easily led.
Where they're being led around. And if you're in that percentage, the one thing you don't want to feel is that you're not on a team. You want to, because within that 85, it's not that the whole 85 agrees on one thing.
Right.
It's that they're being moved around by people who are in that 10% group. Because that 10% group doesn't all agree. They agree that they don't agree on anything, actually, probably.
Half of them are Democrats, half Republicans.
Yeah, and half of and a third or something else and whatever. They're all out for their interests, and they're willing to do things to make that happen.
And it's not for the betterment of people.
No, it's for them and the people who are around them, ideally. But they're creating the teams that all these 85% of people will find themselves on and want to align with, because when you don't have your own thing that you're doing and you're following something, you do cling to it. You cling to the idea that what you've said you're part of is the right thing.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be on the wrong team. You want to be on the right team. That's why people cheer for teams that have never won anything. Like I know we're not the most avid sports fans, but people cheer for the Dolphins or other teams who've never won, or the Cubs until they broke their curse and whatever. For decades they cheer for them and they don't even win.
Right.
They're losers. They suck, and they cheer for them just because it's like, I'm part of this.
Right.
So it's not even based on
a lot
superiority.
of stuff comes because of that. A lot of it, like, because it's basically, to me, it's like another form of religion. Like, if you think about it, even science, bro. Like, the way you defend science, like, if you think about it, once somebody finds...
Wait, I defend science?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
No, I'm just saying.
Go for it. Let's talk about it.
I'm just saying, the way you defended it is just like, I get it, because that's what we was taught. But I'm just saying, like, for me, You know, I just feel like.
But you defend. See, all right, I might defend certain things that seem very verifiable, and I can cite my sources. The things that you defend, I've been asking you since motherfucking this morning.
Motherfucker, you ain't even asking me shit.
Who's your ancestor that told you this shit? You just say them. They're in the North Pole. The ancestors. That's what you said.
Don't just put me out like that, bro. Don't put me out like that.
Did you not say that?
Don't just break it down.
Do I need
like
to
that.
call Trippy?
Don't just break it down like that.
Did you not say
bro.
that?
Don't just throw me out like that.
Did you not say that?
I said we didn't come from Africa. That's what I said.
And where did you say we came from?
We didn't come from Africa.
Say what you said.
We didn't come from Africa.
He said we came from the North
We
Pole.
come from the North Pole.
Substantiate
And let me
that.
tell you why.
Substantiate it.
Let me tell you why.
Don't just substantiate it,
Okay.
please.
Which is Eden, which is, and
Okay.
I'm not. It's not no biblical terms or nothing like that.
It is, but go for it.
Well, it can be, you know,
But substantiate it, please.
The place that I'm talking about.
You have hold on.
Let me finish.
Before you start,
though.
before you start,
Go ahead.
You have all these people out here listening to you. You have the opportunity to state your case
Well, this is my only case. All right.
about us being from Eden, which
Yes.
is located in
Yes.
the North Pole.
Our ancestors said that there was a ripple effect. They said that when the Creator created us, hold on, let me finish. They said when the Creator created us, it created diversity. It was multiple.
Can I
forms,
stop you
more
1
races.
second?
It was more.
Just so we're on the same page.
I'm never gonna finish.
Can
this.
you tell us who they are though, without saying just the ancestors?
Bro, our ancestors, bro. That's like saying ancestors.
My ancestors
How
are my
you-
grandparents.
That's like you telling. That's like ancestrykit.com and you telling me to narrow it down. They just say I'm from Nigeria. And
My
they don't narrow shit
ancestors-
down. I'm
my
telling
ancestors are my
So do you
grandparents.
not have? Okay. I guess.
So your grandparents told you this?
No, my grandparents. Your great grandparents would tell you that you didn't come from Africa, though. I guarantee you that.
No, they wouldn't.
I guarantee you they.
No,
would.
they wouldn't.
I guarantee your great.
They would not.
Go one generation above that. They're gonna look at you like you crazy.
My great.
They're gonna look at you
okay,
like you crazy.
let's go there.
They're gonna be like, huh?
My grandmother, my great grandmother.
Yeah.
I know where she's from. She's from India.
Okay.
My great grandfather, my grandmother's father, is from Africa. He's from Africa.
Okay. Well,
I know that for a fact.
Okay. Well, maybe,
He was born there.
well, maybe you come from Africa.
I come from New York. I was born in Brookdale Hospital, Kings County.
Okay. But
That's
I'm-
where I come from.
But what I'm telling you is,
I come from Turtle
if
Island.
you do an ancestrykit.com, they're gonna tell your monkey ass that you come from Nigeria.
I don't know about that.
They're gonna say that you come from, and when I say that, I mean that.
Nah.
I'm saying that in a funny way. I'm not saying that in no race
You
way.
think
at all.
black people look like monkeys?
No,
It's messed up.
Okay. Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. You should be
See how you
done.
did-
Cancel.
No, but
So how do you think that they rig these tests to have that result be what comes out?
ancestrykit.com.
Yeah.
Because there's been twins that came out and they say the twin is from here, twin is from there. Ancestrykit can't tell you where you were at yesterday.
No,
Okay.
we agree. I
They
agree.
can't tell you where you were at yesterday.
You're thinking
let
of two
alone-
different things, though. I think you're thinking of the swab, the 23andMe. Ancestry,
Bro, it's all a kit.
tracking your I do it. It's just documents. Let me show you mine.
Yeah,
It's pretty accurate.
Ancestry.com is different than 23andMe, which is what
It don't tell you where you're from, and it takes you back as far as your documentation goes, right? So, and mine is always
So does
going.
yours lead you back to Nigeria?
No, I haven't. I'm not that far. I'm not that far on mine.
Okay, so they can literally tell you where you were at. They can tell you. They know you. It identifies
think-
your grandparents.
I don't think you understand how it works.
Maybe, but
I
I'm
have to
saying-
show you. I have to
Okay.
show you because it's
But
all,
you're talking about the genealogy test.
This
Whatever
is
that
not
kit
that.
is that they send you, and they say it's like a what have you, pretty much. That's
A what have
That's
you?
pretty much what it is.
You mean 23andMe? I think.
it's considered?
But
a gift.
I don't think
it's not
any-
science.
But no one even deals with that no more. Weren't they like kind of like, eh?
Yeah, a lot of it's been debunked. That's
Yeah.
what, and I think we agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
That's not.
As long as
A,
we on the same page.
not
that's not an accurate way to tell.
I just wouldn't give. I don't want to test anything that's gonna pretty much trace you back to, or can give you some type
So
of
where do you
deception.
feel? Where do you feel like you're from? Oh, the North Pole.
Yeah, I feel like I come from the North Pole.
At what point in the past were we from there?
At the point where that's where all your compasses point north, right? They don't point south. They don't point anywhere else. They point right to north. The Creator's been calling you back home. You need to research. It goes back all of our ancestors. I keep saying that. Study one, ancient cosmology. They all point to the North Pole. They say that's where we came from. They say it was a real. But guess why we can't go there now, though?
Why?
Because there's a UN treaty that every country, all these countries that are beefing with each other, They supposed to have all North Korea, everybody. They all pretty much agree. Let's just protect this little part of the North Pole right here. And guess what? This part right here is more protected than Area 51. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can fucking go over here. If you go anywhere, if you go outside, if you cross that ocean, you keep going, you're gonna bump a wall, you're gonna bump an ice wall. If you go that way, you're gonna bump an ice wall. If you go that way, you're gonna bump an ice wall if you go that way. This is facts. So all I'm saying is I can't prove me finding flat earth is me trying to prove a real earth, globe earth. That's how I found that. So, and I just feel like I've asked the smartest people in the world, show me a real picture of earth. I've asked the smartest.
Who?
I've asked the smartest.
Who's the smartest people in the world?
I've asked the smartest. My uncle is one of them. You're one of them.
I'm not the smart one.
You're one of them.
I'm not.
You're, okay.
If you think I am, you got a problem, my brother.
Well, you smarter than me.
Well, I'm not one of the smartest in the world.
In certain situations. But what I'm saying is this, man. There's. You just threw me off with that, bro.
I'm just saying.
Fucking
You said
globe head.
You said
Fucking
you
globe
asked the
tard.
smartest people in the world. I'm like, who? Shit.
I'm just saying the smartest people. I'm just saying the smart. Thank you. You just reminded me. The smartest people in the world can't prove where we at. They're gonna say they're gonna take you somewhere. Go look at China's Earth. Go look how they depict Earth. Go look at Russia the way they depict Earth. Just go look.
How do they do it?
it?
It just depends. Their country big as fuck. Earth is
we
No,
America's
it's a known thing that the
okay.
globe,
So
that
why
the
can't we just
globe-
get a picture if we spending all this money?
There's pictures.
Wait,
No, there's
so
not.
None of the
So-
pictures
so-
that are taken from
So
the
you don't believe?
satellites are.
Just say you don't believe
Yeah.
that those pictures
I don't
are real.
believe-
You think they're fabricated?
I mean,
You have the right to believe that. That's cool.
I mean, it's 100% for me. Yeah.
100%
like-
what?
CGI. I mean that's
Got
not.
it.
That's,
Okay.
you guys are thinking that I'm trying to prove. I'm trying to help you prove what you're saying, and there's no way to prove it. And it shouldn't be that.
I'm not holding a firm position. Listen,
You get what I'm saying?
I lean towards science because they have a lot of this, but there's things that they can't verify. They can't verify the Big Bang. I don't get it.
You'll never
But
get
there's
it.
a lot of things that are you can trace, right? I can't stand by something that I gotta just trust the ancestors.
But what I'm saying
Sorry.
is, you think that these people today are smarter than our ancestors. That's the problem with the whole world.
Who said that?
That's the whole.
Who
That's
said
the
that?
problem with the world.
You
in
telling
general.
me? You telling me? I
No,
think
science came and reverse engineered everything that the ancestors taught of even just how to just be in the
So
universe
you don't
and live a
think-
balanced life.
So you don't think people know more now than back then?
100. I mean, it depends on where you're going. If you're talking AI, you're talking. I'm talking.
period, just generally speaking.
I believe that our ancestors. I believe that everything we know today was taught to us. 100%.
So you
You
think
know,
that?
I don't think Michael
there's-
Jackson taught Chris Brown how to dance. You know what I mean? Just
So-
because he does it better,
so
that
wouldn't
doesn't
there
mean it
be-
didn't come from the ancestors.
Wouldn't there have to be some evolution or improvement of knowledge over time?
What do you mean? Like,
Meaning, okay, so if everything we
knowledge
know
is-
was taught to us, wouldn't it have to advance, like just generation over generation? The same way as like we're usually taller than our parents,
Mm-hmm.
usually a little more capable than them in different ways. Wouldn't knowledge do the same?
knowledge is infinite. Like, for me, like the whole.
The possibilities of it are
All
infinite.
right, so question for you, Will. So your little boy, right? What you know, you give him. You teach him, right? Correct?
To a certain point.
You
Yes.
hold back information from him?
It's not that I hold back. It's the things that I teach. Some people will probably think you're crazy for teaching.
No. Like things that are good for him. All right. I
Give me
won't
an
use
example.
you. I'll use me, for instance.
Give me an example.
The things
You
that I
can use me.
learn, right? I teach Elijah and my kids. Okay. There's a lot that I didn't know at their age that they know that I didn't know, right? So chances are they're going to be a lot smarter than me, right? That's how the world is.
Nah.
Science,
I get
anything.
that. I get that, but they have
That's
to
how
learn
it
from
should
somewhere,
be.
though, bro.
He's learning from me
They're learning.
and other places.
Yeah.
As he should. So he's going to know more than me because he's building on top of the blocks that I've set before him.
Because for what I think you're
Just 'cause
proposing to be the reality to hold true, there would have had to have been a moment in history where a powerful faction of people, probably what you're talking about with that certain
We
point
had
in time,
electricity and all that.
that they all decided, hey, from now on, we are going to eradicate all of the current knowledge base and then consistently and for thousands of years all agree on how to do it to keep the true knowledge away from the people, but only give them the partial knowledge.
You have no idea how much truth you're speaking right now.
Yeah, that would. It's really tough to see that, to imagine that to be able to be executable based on the nature of human beings. This guy and I we have the same intention almost every day, which is to grow this company, be successful, have the people around us. We have disagreements. So for people around the world,
we have knife fights.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Right.
he stabbed me one time. That just came out.
You just stab him back.
But for people around the world for thousands of years to be able to withhold knowledge and keep this secret and have it not come out, it's impossible. It seems impossible.
I mean, the knowledge is out. The knowledge is this. It's not impossible if so if you train your son to run this company a certain way, right? And he trained his son to run the company a certain way. It may change here and there certain things, but pretty much, it's pretty much going to be a passed down situation. So why can't the world be passed down through people that are ruling?
Let's say let's say that it could.
Okay.
But the knowledge would catch back up again. So whatever they chose to put out into the world of the regular folks, it would then start evolving all over again. And over the course of however many thousands of years, it would catch back up.
I'm going to tell you this.
It'd be hard to withhold or to have determined at that point in time, 3,000 years ago, how much knowledge to give to where it wouldn't start advancing again very rapidly.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's true, but like I said, you guys just get stuck at flat Earth. Flat Earth is way deeper than that, bro.
No, I know. I actually like that.
It's way deeper than just the way the Earth is shaped. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even stuck on flat
But
Earth.
I'm saying it starts with that, though. It starts with that. You got to be open. You got to study, bro.
See, that's the thing that's where I actually do get lost because it doesn't. That seems to be the lowest thing on the priority list because the Earth could be flat or round, and what you're saying could be true.
I don't want to talk about flat Earth.
No. I'm also saying I'm saying that too. I'm saying that the Earth could be flat or the Earth could be round, and what you're saying about controlling knowledge can still be true.
Our ancestors teach us we're in a cosmic egg, bro. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? We're in a cosmic egg, and we're more important than what we think we are.
Explain that. Cosmic egg.
Science teaches us that we don't mean shit. We pretty much just, we came from the evolution of Big Bang, which is, something created. You
don't like that.
I don't like that theory
because it makes you feel insignificant.
No, because it's phony. It's phony. It's a phony theory, and that's why they call it a theory.
So we're special.
Yeah, we're definitely special. And people think that we're not special, and that's what bothers. Huh?
Talk about it.
Bro, you honestly think that... Okay, so what do you see with your eyes, right?
Oh, here you go. No, you really...
let me finish.
It's a projection.
Your
you see
pupils.
through your brain.
Yeah, you see with your brain, right?
All right, bro.
So do you think that that really... Like, that wasn't created, bro? You think that...
Who created it?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
So you don't know?
Evolution didn't, though. I promise you that.
So all right. So all of this data and information that, because I've looked through how they said eyes evolved to what they are now. So there's no information on who created the eyes, right? And you rather run with that?
No, I'd rather run with not thinking that something stopped. And see, this is why I don't believe in any sky gods. That's the thing. That's flat Earth don't teach. I don't believe in like that's. I believe in myself. I believe in. You know what I'm saying? I believe that there's chakras in our body. And
what's a chakra?
The chakra is the 7 energies that's in your body. That's for me. That's connected to the planets. That's what I get. You know what I'm saying? It's a Kundalini energy that shoots up your spine, and which is your hell. Your bottom chakra is pretty much considered your hell, which is red. It's basically that rainbow spectrum turned upside down. That's your hell. It brings you all the way to the crown chakra, which is purple. You know what I'm saying? Once your crown chakra is active, there's more chakras than that. But I forgot why. How do we get on chakras? I'm confused.
I asked you what is a chakra because you said
chakras is energy fields inside of your body. That's it can your stomach chakra has brain cells. That's why you go with your gut feeling. You go with your heart. You're not supposed to really go with your mind. As far as that's more of a matrix situation. But I don't know where we're going with this, and I would be everywhere if we keep going. So you got to stop me, bro. You got to let me know, bro, where we're going with this. Because
I want you to unpack things, right?
It's hard to.
We got to wrap soon, but I want you to. This is what's important, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're communicating information to someone, right? This is my method. I want to be effective.
Yeah, presentation.
Right. So if I'm communicating something, I got to be backed up with sources, with means to substantiate my claims.
Right.
So that, because I want you to believe what I'm saying.
But
hold on. Or I'm just talking for naught. Like, why am I talking? Right. So I just ask that you do that.
Right.
Because you might be right.
When I come back to the show,
I'm not saying the earth is round. I don't know what the fuck. I just choose to believe that it's round because that's what they say, and it seems like it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I think if you were to compile your thoughts and your sources for those thoughts into something, we could post it as a blog so that your position could be understood very well. Because I'd be willing to read that and try and understand more.
So would I.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
That'd be cool to us, and we have the means to get it to a lot of people.
We could have you come back, and then we can unpack it further.
One thing I want to tell y'all is, like I told him earlier, there's certain words.
He told me I'm stupid.
There's certain words I've never called
I
you
didn't
stupid.
believe in the flat
There's
tards.
certain words. There's certain words. He is a globe head. But there's
You have a rather large cranial region yourself, my brother.
Hey, Nas walked in the phone booth and came out Mike Rashid.
That's an unfortunate joke.
Fuck you, man. He's never gonna laugh at my jokes if they on him. Just
because
so
they're
y'all,
not funny.
Just so y'all know that. The shit I say is
would.
funny. The shit that he says, if I say something to him,
it doesn't make
he's
me
not
laugh.
gonna laugh.
He didn't laugh either.
He's always gonna belittle the jokes.
He didn't laugh either.
And that is funny when he does that. He's brilliant when he does that.
Fuck that, Willie. What are you doing these days? What do you got going?
Oh man, I got the Dark Nation brand going.
Other than trying to be a comedian because you're not funny.
I'm very funny.
Funny looking.
See how you laugh at his jokes?
Hey, listen.
You're biased as hell.
He sold it. He
You're
sold
biased
it.
as hell.
He sold it.
You laughed at that shit.
I commit.
You
gotta commit.
You implied with your joke that he became he's the superhero version
He's super
of Nas.
fucking Nas. He walked in the phone booth. He came out Nas, and he just said that shit, and that was way funnier.
All
than
right,
what
so
he
talk
said.
about Dark Nation.
Hold on. Fuck all that. Was that not funnier than what he just said?
Well, I think
The Nas walking in the phone booth, coming out looking like this shit.
It's a compliment.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
Yeah, so it's kind of like it's funny. It's like a mean ass Nas.
Nice.
Huh?
Mean things are funny. You gotta say mean things to be funny.
Oh, okay.
Talk about Dark Nation, my brother.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
brother.
it would be funnier if you was Nas and you were like, you look like Mike Rashid lost his superpowers.
Right.
Hey, man, let me tell you this. He does, actually. But the thing about this, I want you to understand, is darknationempire.com.
Okay.
Darknationempire.com. You know what I'm saying?
What is it?
I can't front. My boy got his music is dope. It's dope. Are you putting it out
Weirdos
right now?
make good music.
Are you putting it? Weird people are creative and artistic.
Agreed.
And you're weird looking. I don't know if there's some mental.
Listen,
fuck with you.
let me tell you something. I got this haircut 3 or 4 days for this show. He stalled me out. Let my shit grow. Got his shit cut today.
You
Now
coulda
you tell me what type of Negro
You
he
could have
is.
got a haircut too.
Man.
My guy gave you free weed. He let you smoke
I
with
don't
him.
even smoke weed. What are you talking about?
Well, it was a projection. My eyes created a projection of you smoking weed in the barbershop. We could have been getting a haircut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so
What is Dark Nation?
Oh, thank you.
a black ass nation.
It has nothing to do with race.
I just said a black nation.
Obviously, Willie is the opposite of racism. You know what I mean? But Dark Nation is basically the 2 stars basically represent
2 states,
I was born 222 at 11/11.
the 2 colonies.
I was born. It was actually 2 pillars, which was Egypt and Greece, and they came together.
Wait,
They
February
conquered your ass.
2nd,
They conquered your
1982?
1920, 2,222.
I don't want to talk about the year, but we're gonna talk about the date. It was 222 at 11.
Because he want people to think he's 21.
That's not what I want you to
22.
think, bro.
22.
Oh, 222 is February 22nd.
I was born February 22nd at 11/11. Born in a helicopter.
You have proof of that?
You born for a minute? In a minute?
Well, according to him, like I can't. If I say that,
That's
he's gonna
cool.
be like, "So who
You wasn't
who
born
birthed you?
from-
How do you know a doctor birthed you?
You wasn't born from 11/11 to 11/18. Like
No, I was born
right
at
at 11/11.
That's when you breached or when they signed the paper?
That's what. No, that's
Yeah.
that's what my. Why y'all trying to take my
There's so many
fucking glory
holes
away
in
from
it.
me?
There's
Listen,
holes in it, bro.
Hey, man. Listen.
We have to know when makes it
man.
special. When you breached or when you finished, when you got the last
how are
foot
you?
out?
How are you
Greece,
jumping in on him?
Greece
Listen, just
and Egypt. Go for it.
I'm telling you, on my
it wasn't Rome and Egypt?
on my birth certificate.
It says 11.
It says 11.
All right, I can go with
That's
that.
all I want to say.
I can go with
damn,
that.
Can I get
Can
it?
I see that?
I'm gonna bring you my
Can you
birth certificate when I come
substantiate
back.
it?
I'm gonna bring you my
You
birth
have
certificate when I come
empirical
back.
evidence.
I'm gonna bring you proof of everything that I'm saying when I
You
come
know
back.
those who withhold
can-
the knowledge put that on there.
Exactly. Can you
I didn't come here for a presentation,
Can you
by the way.
approach the bench with your evidence?
Everything that I'm saying gonna sound funny to y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all like this.
True. That's what's up.
Okay, so what's
We
so
agree.
Dark
I
Nation.
agree with you.
Hey, bro,
I agree.
I'm about to show you this new Willy, bro. You keep playing with me.
Oh damn.
Keep playing with me.
Damn. What happened?
Sounds like fight night.
Oh shit.
It's the only time I can talk shit.
This guy can't get high. We can't get this guy high.
California got me going, man. But go ahead.
He
Dark
took one
Dark
hit.
Nation.
He took one hit. And
Dark
died.
Nation.
Yo, Arizona don't know about this Cali weed. We got the
Dark
strongest
Nation
weed.
Empire. Dark Nation. We got strongest Reggie. We got the strongest Reggie on the market.
Yeah, Ari.
I got from Shoes. It's just a brand that I got. You know what I mean? It's a musical brand. It can be spiritual brand. It can be just a. It actually caught. I was selling it locally, and I sold out, and then I put it out there.
17 units. That's crazy.
It grew
That's
me
what's
up.
up.
No, it wasn't 17
I fuck
units.
with you.
You know what I'm saying? The hoodie was selling for
on some real shit. Willie is dope as fuck. There's a motherfucking talented dude right
There's
there.
two Willies though.
This guy right here in front of me.
Are you putting
The
out?
projection that my eyes is creating. This guy.
Yeah.
He's
Are you putting out new music?
Of course, yes, sir. I actually got a lot of new music. That's all I do is really record. But now
You have shit on Spotify right now?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Willy Northpole. Search Willy Northpole.
Actually, you can look under Dark
Spotify.
Nation Spotify also.
Oh, is it under Dark Nation?
Oh, Willy Northpole.
Are you putting it out as Willy Northpole or as Dark Nation?
I have two. I have Willy Northpole
Both?
and Dark Nation.
Okay, different songs. Is Dark Nation a group?
It should be
What is it?
combined for me, to be honest with
You
you.
gotta
Bro.
stop doing that shit.
I've never
You have
been
to
logged
stop
on to
doing that.
Spotify.
You gotta stop that. I don't like any of that shit, bro.
You don't like that shit?
I don't like it at all. He don't log into the cryptocurrency shit. He don't log into. I don't like none of that. It's all very easy. You gotta do this shit yourself, bro.
Or at least be very competent.
And then
with it.
you can give it to people to manage
Yeah.
when the shit is crazy and you're
Yeah.
too busy. I do my shit, bro.
I know. I just asked you that. I asked him how does he keep his schedule together. He said,
And
I
I
do it.
And I even do my when I do the music, I upload through DistroKid to send me to all the different platforms. I log in myself. I can check the money, all of that. Do your shit, bro.
I got you.
Don't listen. Tighten up.
I get you, boss.
You my
got you.
brother, so I gotta tell you, tighten
I
up.
got you. I know.
All right?
Yeah, I know
All
you.
right.
You tell the truth, and that's why I'm always gonna
We
love you.
we gotta stay tight.
But what
We
I
gotta
do
tighten
want to
up.
say is, all bullshit
An
set
insult,
aside.
insult coming.
All bullshit set aside, bro.
Wait for it.
I'm really 100% proud of you, man.
Thank you, sir.
I know I tell you this every time I talk to you, but
Appreciate it.
I don't think they understand it. You know what I'm saying? I've watched you. Like I've called you the king of bounce back 100,000 times. I've seen you come up, fall. Each time you just built yourself up stronger. You know what I'm saying? And I really respect the way you move, the things you taught me as far as being a father. You know what I'm talking about. We talked about that. Just everything, man. You know, I just
No doubt.
I take that with a grain of salt, bro, and I'm thankful that you was a part of my history and the things that I had going, and I'm glad to be back in the same room with you. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you. I appreciate
Straight
that. I appreciate that. And listen, you know, I don't spend time with people I don't care about. You know, there's plenty of people from the past that's reached out. I'm like, okay, left on red. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm no special person. I'm just another person. But I appreciate that with you. You know, you got a lot of potential, and I just want to see you reach it.
Thank you.
You have a lot of attributes that a lot of people don't have. And yeah, maybe I might be hard on you sometimes, but it's necessary.
Too hard.
You know what I'm saying? It's not too hard, motherfucker. You know, you got to elevate
I get it.
your life situation at all costs, you know? Get around good people and only be around good people.
Right.
I'm not around any scumbags at all.
Right.
You know? I don't want people like that. I make them uncomfortable. You feel me? So you got to do the same. You ain't got to make them uncomfortable. Just move yourself from certain types of people and be around people that inspire you, that motivate you, that
Right.
you can learn from.
Yes, sir.
And also people that you can add value to their lives. Listen, Sean, T, anybody, that I'm in their life, I don't tell them this to them, but my intent is to add increase to everybody's lives that I'm in. Why? I don't know. That's just how I am.
Right.
Because I don't want to be a burden to nobody, right? I want to make sure, you're coming out better because I'm around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So thinking like that,
100%.
you're gonna be good. You thinking like that, you're gonna be good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you,
You'll be
man.
good in life. So
Appreciate it, man.
Let's you know what I'm saying?
my bro,
So
man.
go and get your fucking facts about your flat fucking planet, right? Or cube. You said some other shit earlier, cube.
Oh, man.
We passed a cube.
It was a black cube that was on the street.
What does that represent? Like a library?
Of
motherfucker?
unfolded pyramid.
Okay. But just bring
Symbolism, bro.
One thing I
challenge
challenge you,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you to compile your facts and bring it.
I got
Let's
you.
talk about it. Lay it at the tabernacle, and we can expand on it and unpack.
Let me ask you this. One thing so you want me to basically do my presentation?
Yep, I do. All right, that shit's interesting.
We got that.
Because one day we was on Clubhouse and you saying
It'll be my first presentation.
One day we was on Clubhouse. You saying some dumbass shit, but it was some dope shit. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that's real. Oh. You had some nuggets in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let's tie this together.
That's because I'm still learning myself. I'm still learning myself.
But you got to understand, you can't put shit out there that you don't fully understand.
No. I take that back. What I'm
Now he
learning.
knows.
No.
Not learning no more.
What I've learned.
Teaching.
What I've learned has got me to what I know now. Is what I'm saying. Like basically,
It don't seem like you know it. Because I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
I don't write shit down. I just learn. I don't learn shit to teach. I learn shit to learn, and maybe.
Then why you talk about it?
Maybe
Then?
a couple of people, because when you're telling me about something, or if we talking about flappy fingers for somebody, you know what I'm saying? I gotta break his ass down sometime. You know,
Yeah.
every once in a while. That's all.
I think if y'all was in a room together, it'd be all bad.
I'll break the grass.
It'd be all bad.
Man, he can't. Even, bro, he's embarrassed himself on TV already.
Win. Win.
Okay.
He seemed pretty cool and solid to me.
When he said your Earth was shaped like a pear, and you still over here talking about it's round. Fuck are you talking about?
A pear is round.
No, a pear isn't round. A pear is a fucking pear.
Okay. Still round.
No, it's not.
Call it what you want.
It's a squeezed oblique, as he said.
Oblique?
Whatever he said.
It's an oblique.
It's like a pizza. It's coming, yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
like it's getting flat to me.
All right.
That's what he said.
Yo.
That's what your man said,
We
B.
up out of here. What time is it? It's time to eat. We ain't ate
What we
today.
eating, man?
Whatever. Mexican food.
Hey, we gonna have to edit some of these parts, man.
Nothing's being edited.
They're not seeing that.
All right, we out of here.
Yeah.